Saturday morning, July the 27th, 2024. Stan Musial, his 1952 season. How did he produce and what were his accomplishments? These are the videos that I've been covering. His box scores and his stats. I looked at every game he played in 1952. How did he do? Played in 154 games, played every day. I like guys who play every day, don't you? 578 at-bats, 105 runs scored. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. His ninth year in a row, 100 or more runs scored. 194 hits. Fell short of 200. He had 205 the year before. 194 hits, 42 doubles, 6 triples, 21 homers. That's down. He had 32 the year before. So he hits 21 homers, but he does have 91 RBIs. So he doesn't get to the 100 RBI mark. Played every day, 154 games, 91 RBIs. So he's not as efficient in producing runs batted in as Lou Gehrig was, Jimmy Fox, Babe Ruth, Roger Hornsby. Some of these guys had better ratios as far as producing RBIs. Stan Musial, for the 1952 season, fell short. If you play 154 games, you should have 100 RBIs. He had 91. 7 stolen bases, 96 walks. Bats .336. Very good. 432 on base, 538 slugging, 311 total bases. So he's a 300 total base guy. He's done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 8th time 300 or more total bases. That level, 300. Is significant. That's a good number. For a whole season, 300 bases. If you play 154 games, it's like 2 bases per game he averaged. You want a guy like that on your team. 1952, his best hitting streak was 23 games, 58 multi-hit games, 43 two-hit games, 14 three-hit games, 1 4-hit game. 19 games, 2 runs scored. 3 games, 3 runs scored. Let's see. He had 8 games with 2 RBIs, 7 games with 3 RBIs, 2 games with 4 RBIs. 1952, a little down. Home runs were down, 21. RBIs were down, 91. He had 194 hits. He's a 200-hit guy. If you're playing every day, played every day. The average was good, 336, and the total bases, that was good, 311. 105 runs scored. That's down from the 124 he had the year before. How do you measure the career of Stan Musial? I say he's one of the most consistent, reliable, dependable ball players that ever played. He's a solid 330 hitter. That was his career average, 331. 3,630 hits. He played 3,000 games, 3,026. What a player, Stan the Man Musial. The more I look at his career, the more I'm impressed. I'm going to put him in my top 10 greatest of all time. I don't know what number. I have 3 guys so far. I've covered every game they played. Babe Ruth, I covered all his games. Ty Cobb and Lou Gehrig, I covered all their games. I rate Babe Ruth number 1. Look at all the videos I did on him. All his accomplishments, box scores, stats, his percentage, his ratio of what he did per game. Incredible. I got him number 1. Greatest of all time. Ty Cobb was number 2. He played over 3,000 games, 366 lifetime batting average, but his accomplishments and stats and all the 2-hit games, multi-hit games, 3-hit games, 4-hit games, 5-hit games. He was a good RBI guy too. He had over 1,900 RBIs his career. And I got Lou Gehrig number 3. I looked at him, and he had a 17-year career, and what he did. 1,900 RBIs in 17 years. Cobb played 24, and he had 1,900. Lou Gehrig was an RBI machine. So they're number 1, 2, and 3. Where am I going to put Stan Musial? I don't know. Is he number 4? I don't know. I got to look at Ted Williams. I got to look at Joe DiMaggio. I got to look at Roger Hornsby. Jimmy Fox, I got to look at him. Got to compare these guys as far as their production, their ratio, what they produce per game, how many hits per game, RBIs per game, home runs, doubles, triples, singles, batting average, all that, total bases, on base. Ted Williams is number 1 on base all time. He had 500 homers. His career was cut short. He missed 3 or 4 years because of the military. Joe DiMaggio, I got to look at his ratio. Who else? Henry Aaron and Willie Mays, got to look at them. The only thing on those guys, their batting averages are not as high, career averages. Henry Aaron, 305. Willie Mays, 302. Now, they produced in a lot of other areas, and they were all-around players. But I'm covering Ruth, Cobb, Gehrig, and Musial. Why? Because their batting averages, career, that's what I like, the batting average, was better than Aaron and Mays. That's why I haven't covered them yet. So I got to look at Ted Williams' 344 career. Got to look at his career and just compare it. Too bad he missed those years in the military. Same with Joe DiMaggio. What a player. Did you know Joe DiMaggio struck out 360 times, roughly, in his career? That's all. 360. Compare that with Stan Musial. He struck out 696. Of course, Musial played longer. He played 22 years. DiMaggio, 13 years. Would DiMaggio have reached 600 strikeouts for his career if he had played 22 years? I got to look at it. I got to look at the ratio of what he did per game. All right, that covers 1952, Stan Musial. We'll look at 1953 in the next video. I'm out.